Assalamu alaikum. This is the Islamic House of Israel. Hope everybody having a really good day today. Let me post the title of this lesson. So now it's like I'm doubling up. So it's like 2 lessons in one. Today I don't have a PowerPoint, but we're gonna look at some scriptures. And today's teaching is the truth about the Kaaba and who has the true explanation and interpretation of the Quran. This is very deep. Very deep. Salam alaikum, Nojihan. How you doing?
Wa alaikum salam. Alhamdulillah, doing really well.
Yep.
Assalamu alaikum to everyone.
Yep. Peace to everybody that's in the chat. And all right, so please pay attention. Pay attention. I'm going to talk about, so you have to stay to get the Kaaba part. The Kaaba part is real deep. All of it is deep. So first I want to talk about who has the true explanation and interpretation of the Quran. After I explain this, you should have perfect understanding of what the Quran is saying about the tasfirs and who will have the actual interpretation. All right, so let's start. Nurjihan, could you go to Quran chapter 3, verse 7? 3 verse 7.
Okay, you said Quran chapter 3, verse 7.
Yep.
All right.
Quran chapter 3, verse 7.
All right.
All right. We'll go through a lot of stuff. All right, 3 verse 7.
All right. A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajim. Bismillahir rahmanir rahim.
Hold on 1 second. Let me see 3 verse 7. Make sure. Yeah, I'm on the right part. Go ahead.
It is he who,
I see we got on mine and the same rejected one. 3 verse 7. Make sure.
It is he who revealed to you the book. Some of its verses are definitive. They are the foundation of the book, and others are unspecific. As for those in whose hearts is deviation, they follow the unspecific part, seeking descent and seeking to derive an interpretation. But none knows this interpretation except God, and those firmly rooted in knowledge say, "We believe in it all. All is from our Lord, but none recollects except those who's with understanding."
All right. So right here, this is perfect. Right here. All right. So the believers, even if they don't understand, they read the Quran and be like, man, I don't really understand that part. They say, we believe in it all, and all is from our Lord. They don't say, man, I disbelieve because I don't understand that part. They move on until when Allah wants them to know it. So the Quran, in the Quran, is the Quran is split up. Parts of it is what? Clear, correct? No, John? The foundation is clear. It's clear. It's cut and dry. But they are parts of the Quran that Allah only knows. Nobody knows. Not even the angels. It says nobody knows it. Correct? Nora?
Yes, that's correct.
Not even the angels. Only Allah knows certain parts of the Quran. So certain parts of the Quran is sealed up. Prophet Muhammad is the seal of the prophets. Certain parts of the Quran has a seal on it. Well, only Allah know it. Right? Right.
That's right.
Now, did Muhammad know it? We got to figure out that the part that's needed interpretation needs a tasfir. Did even Muhammad know that part? And who was the teacher of Muhammad? Was Allah the teacher of Muhammad? We're going to find that out. So the only person that knows the true interpretation of part of the Quran, the part that's sealed up, is Allah. And whoever Allah teach it to. Okay. So first, we're going to come back to this part. We're going to find out who was the teacher of the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him. Chapter 53, verse 5. Go to that. Chapter 53, verse 5.
Chapter 53, verse 5.
Yep.
Okay. Taught to him by the extremely powerful.
Go up a little bit. Go to 3.
Nor does he speak out of desire.
Uh-huh.
It is but a revelation revealed.
Uh-huh.
Taught to him by the extremely powerful.
Is that Allah?
The taught to him by the extremely powerful. That's going to be Gabriel.
Keep going. Let's find.
Peace be
Let's
upon him.
let's confirm it. Keep going.
Okay. The one of vigor. He settled while he was at the highest horizon. Then he came near and hovered around. He was within 2 bows' length or closer.
Mm-hmm.
Then he revealed to his servant what he revealed.
Right. So the teacher of Muhammad was who?
Gabriel.
Not Allah. It was Gabriel.
Right.
So it's parts of the Quran that only Allah knows. It didn't say Gabriel knew it. Only Allah knows. Okay. Now, let's talk about Tasfir. Now we know the teacher of Muhammad was Gabriel. Let's go to it's gonna come around. It's gonna come around. Go to chapter 75, verse 18. Chapter 75, verse 18.
All right. Chapter 75, verse 18. Chapters. All right. Then when we have recited it, follow its recitation. Then upon us is its explanation.
All right. So the explanation or explaining of the Quran belongs to who?
It belongs to
Who's the we?
the angels, the
angel.
main angels.
Right. So the part that needs interpretation, that's for Allah. It's sealed. The parts that's clear and you still don't get it, it's going to be explained within the Quran. Who explains it? The angels. Because it says the Quran is fully what? Detailed. So it's being explained inside the Quran.
Gotcha.
That part, not the part that needs interpretation.
Gotcha. So we, just so I understand, we have three categories of verses in the Quran. We have the categories that only Allah knows. Only Allah knows the explanation, or only Allah knows the interpretation.
Yep.
Then we have the second one where it's explained in detail by the angels, and then we have the third that is clear.
It's clear.
And it needs no interpretation.
Right. No. It could be clear and it still can be explained. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like it might say prayers, and then inside the Quran it tells you exactly when exactly the time, and then that's clear.
Right.
It's
right.
But it's clear.
Right. But the explanation of that ayat of that prayer would break it down and show you, okay, this is the prayer that it's talking about for the morning time.
Yes.
This is
it will be explained in another ayat. It will be explained in another ayat.
Okay.
Within the Quran. The tasfir is in the Quran. For the clear parts of the Quran. Right? Right. It might say day of resurrection. And you might look like day of resurrection. And then in another part, it explains to you what's going to happen. You'll be resurrected to your fingertips. That's the explanation. That's the tasfir. It explains itself. But it's still parts of the Quran that needs interpretation that they don't know. That is unspecific. Like you might say, they ask you about the new moons, right? They ask you about the new moons. What new moons? Explain it. The Quran does not explain it. When, what, when, where, how? The calendar. When, we don't know, explain it. No, that only Allah know that. Certain parts of the Quran, only Allah knows. It is not specific. What does that mean, unspecific? It falls off. You don't know, when is Ramadan? What 4 holy months? What are you talking about? We don't know the 4 holy months. Only Allah knows it. Only Allah knows the interpretation.
Right.
So they creating these test fear. That means they're not. They're only. They were supposed to do what?
Hear and obey.
They were supposed to hear and obey. And the parts that they didn't understand, they say we believe in it all. We move it. We supposed to believe. It says in the Quran to follow like the easy part, the part that you understand. Leave the other part alone. Only Allah
Right.
knows that part.
Don't
So
sit there
they
and
were
make
ordered. They were ordered to do what? They were ordered to establish prayer, give zakat. It says that over and over and over. Establish prayer, give zakat,
right.
believe in the one God.
Mm-hmm.
That's what they were supposed to be doing until Allah says who He's gonna teach
Mm.
to bring the actual part that needed interpretation. You ready?
Yes.
All right. Let's find out. Let's go to oh yeah, chapter 5, verse 110. Chapter 5, verse 110. So parts of the Quran, just like the book of Daniel, parts of it is sealed. The book of Daniel, parts of that is sealed. Parts of the book of Revelations is sealed where you're not going to get it until Allah explain it. And he said who he's going to explain it to, who he's going to give the tasfir to. They're not going to have the tasfir. The tasfir of the easy parts, the clear parts, is in the Quran. But the interpreted parts, Allah told you who he going to give it to. Chapter 5, verse 110.
Okay. It says, when God will say, "O Jesus, son of Mary,
Mm-hmm.
recall my favor upon you and upon your mother,
Uh-huh.
how I supported you with the Holy Spirit. You spoke to the people from the crib and in maturity, how I taught you the scripture and wisdom, and the Torah and the gospel. And recall that you molded from clay the shape of a bird by my leave, and then you breathed into it and became a bird by my leave. And you healed the blind and the lepers by my leave, and you revived the dead by my leave. And recall that I restrained the children of Israel from you when you brought them the clear miracles. But those who disbelieved among them said, "This is nothing but obvious sorcery."
Pause it. Now, if you go to the word for word, it says, I will teach you.
Okay.
If you go to the word for word.
Okay. You want to go to the word for word?
Yep.
Okay. Let me find it.
So Isa, Allah said he's going to teach him the Injil, which the Injil wasn't around when Isa was around. When Isa left, the Injil came about in 90 AD. He's going to teach him the Torah, the Injil, and the Quran. So the interpretation of the Quran is going to be taught by Isa. Because only Allah know that part of the Quran. And Allah just said who he going to teach it to. Now, Allah, this is where they get it mixed up. This is where they get everything mixed up. All right. This is where they get everything mixed up. Allah teaches mankind the pen, writing. The Quran say he teach mankind writing, like the what they call it, the Tower of Babel, language and writing. So they got to get that mixed up when it talks about Allah teaching them. Allah teaches writing, gives you wisdom and knowledge to have sense as a human being, writing. And we'll go to that later. Do you have it? Do you have it?
Yes.
Five
I'm
one ten.
sorry. I need to share my screen again.
Yes.
Sorry about that.
So the interpreter, so the task fear, everybody got all these task fears, got all these schools of thought. Issa's task fear, Issa's school of thought will be the real Islam.
Mm. All righty.
The book.
All right. So this is 5110. It says, when said Allah, O Isa, uh, son of Miriam, remember my favor upon you and upon your mother, when I strengthened you with the Spirit, the Holy, you spoke to the people in the cradle and in maturity. And when I taught you the book and the wisdom and the Torah and the Injil, and when you make from the clay like the shape of the bird by my permission, then you breathe into it and it becomes a bird by my permission. And you heal the born blind, the leper by my permission. And when you bring forth the dead by my permission. And when I restrain the children of Israel from you, when you came to them with the clear proofs, then said those who disbelieved among them, not this, but magic, clear. And when I inspired you, when I inspired to the disciples to believe in me and in my messenger, they said, we believe and bear witness that indeed we are Muslim.
All right. So
So the Most High taught Isa the Torah, the Torah, the Injil. It said the
and the book
Torah,
and the kitab, the book,
the Torah, the Injil, and the book.
the kitab.
Wow, I taught you the book.
Yes.
But you see how that breaks that down? It says, I taught you the book and
Mhm.
the wisdom and the Torah and the Injil. Wait a minute, hold up. All right, so
It's another ayat too. But go ahead.
so I taught you the book and the wisdom and the Torah and the Injil. The
Right.
book. What's that book? The mother book?
If it's the mother book, that goes even deeper. But the kitab usually refers to the Quran. But
Oh, right.
either one is the Quran.
That's true. Either one, because if it's talking about the mother book, the Quran is inside of the mother book. But if it's talking about the book, which this book that this verse is in, that's the Quran. I taught you the book and the wisdom and the Torah and the Injil. Wow.
Right.
And they bear. Wow. So Isa. Wow.
So the prophet is Muhammad, but the messenger has to come and teach the book. There's parts of the book that need to be interpreted that nobody knows. Allah got to teach somebody that part.
Right. That's right. That's right.
But as the foundation of it, is explained by the angels inside the Quran.
Right.
So the true tasfir, we will get the true tasfir will come from Isa. He's taught everything by
Right.
Allah. And how does Allah communicate with mankind?
Inspiration.
By Ruah, by the inspiration. Just like he taught man and woman how to write the
Right.
pen. He taught men the pen
Right.
and language, the Tower of Babel. He cut up everybody's languages and stuff like that. So the Most High knows every language on the planet. He create languages
That's right.
to be all knowing, and you got to know every language.
Hmm.
Go to
And
Quran. Go ahead.
I was just I was just reiterating that verse. It says the Most High is talking here. It says, "I taught you the book and the wisdom and the Torah and the Injil."
So the tasfir from Allah was I mean not the whole Quran, but Isa has like the interpretation that he has the tasfir. He didn't say he was gonna teach these what they call these people hey, what they call them people, the smart people, scholars and stuff.
Scholars.
Yeah, he didn't say he was gonna teach the scholars the tasfir. He said he was gonna teach Isa the tasfir.
Wow.
And also the Quran, go to chapter 10, verse 37. Chapter 10, verse
Okay.
37.
Chapter 10, verse 37.
And you can go, it don't matter, go to the regular one, no matter.
Okay.
So during the time of Muhammad, peace be upon him, it could have been parts where where it says it. It's but the believers is like, hey, I don't understand this part, but alhamdulillah, we believe in all of it. They left it alone.
It says the Quran could not have been produced by anyone
That's right.
other than God. In fact, it is a confirmation of what preceded it and an elaboration of the book.
It's an elaboration
Of the book. There we have it, the book. There is no doubt about it. It is from the Lord of the universe.
right. So that means the mother book. The scripture.
Right. Yeah. Right. Yeah. The mother book. Yeah. When it said the book, they're the mother book.
Right.
So that's why I'm thinking right here. I taught you the book, and then we look at this other verse where it says it's talking about the book. That might be the mother book.
The mother book. So he might know
all books.
He might
are
know
in.
it all. He might know how to put it all together.
Yes.
All of it.
Yes.
Know it all of it.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So the Quran, what did it say? It's elaboration of the book. So is this going to give you more details of the earlier scriptures? So wow, I mean, So if I know the earlier scriptures already, when I go to the Quran, then I will get more. I will know more of what happened. Like, okay, I read the story of Joseph in the earlier scriptures. If I go to the Quran, then I can know that the ladies were cutting their hands.
Right.
I would know more. It'll elaborate on it. It'll give me like what else happened.
Right.
You know, you tell me a story, then it'll tell me even more about it. Elaboration. That shows you not to get rid of the earlier scriptures. It's gonna give more details. Now, the Sunnis don't look. The Sunnis don't look in this. The Sunnis, this is what they need to do. If they don't understand something in the earlier scriptures, they need to say, "Only Allah knows." They need to leave it alone. The Quran, they don't need to disbelieve. They might not know what they're talking about. They need to leave it alone. And they talk shit. I'm excuse my language. They talk junk. They talk about it, talk junk and reject it. No, they need to keep their mouth shut.
Right. Corrupt this and corrupt that.
Yeah. They can't just be like, everything's corrupt. Like, did you read everything? You read every book? Did you read the book of Malachi? Did you read all of it? You got to go through each book, because if you just throw everything away, then there's a problem. All right.
Right.
All right. Now, we might need to get into it. You think we should get into it? If it get crazy.
Oh,
Go
started to get crazy.
Let's get to the good stuff.
Oh my goodness.
Ooh, we finna get into the good stuff. Y'all ready? Hold on. Let's do this. Go to chapter 12, verse 106.
All right, chapter 12, verse 106. Oof, here we go. Chapter 12, verse 106.
Now, they are Christian believers. Hold on, don't read it yet. They are the such thing as Christian believers. It's believers all over the world. There's a lot of believers. But let's look at this. I'm gonna show you that. Chapter 12, verse 106.
And most of them do not believe in God unless they associate others.
Now, do they believe? Do they believe, right? Yes, they believe, right?
It says most of them do not believe in God unless they associate others.
So, but they believe. See what I'm saying? They believe when they associate.
Okay, they have to associate others, associate partners.
Right. So our Christian family, they're believers, but they only could believe when they associate partners. But they're believers. They walk, they say they're Christian believers. They say the word believe too. but they only can believe when they're associate partners. So they're not believers in ours. You see what I'm saying? They're not
Right. They're not.
Muslim believers, but they are believers.
They're believers in a sense of they know that there's a God.
Yes,
They know
they're
that they're
believers.
just they know that there's a the God, the one God. They
Right,
they understand that, but they're associating partners
right,
with with the Most High
right. Exactly.
for some
Now,
reason.
yep. Now it says God is the producer. Remember, it says in the other ayah, God is the producer of the Quran. If
Yes.
I'm a producer, am I the director? Uh, am I the
Hmm.
writer? You could produce something.
Mm-hmm.
You could produce something. You could be a producer
Mm-hmm.
and put the pieces together.
Okay.
If I'm a producer, I can hire a writer. I can hire. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. Yes. I know.
Okay. So here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. You ready to
I
get
mean,
into it?
can you finish that? Uh, where you? Can you explain that a little bit more?
Okay. The Quran says it's a word. It's a word of a messenger, like
Yes.
Gabriel. The
Right.
us, the we is
Mm-hmm.
Gabriel.
Right.
Okay, so Gabriel is actually speaking throughout the Quran.
Okay. Okay. I follow you.
Allah is the producer of it,
Right.
but Gabriel is actually coming down
And giving the message.
and actually talking. Actually, yeah. Allah is not
Okay.
coming down. No, that was Gabriel that came down with it.
Understand. Okay.
Okay.
Thank you.
All right. So you ready to get into it?
All righty.
All right, let's get into the good stuff. Let's talk about this Kaaba.
Mm.
The Quran speaks about the Kaaba. The Quran speaks about the desert Arabs. Not all the desert Arabs. How they used to go to. Let's go to chapter 9. Chapter 9.
Okay. Chapter 9.
How they used to lag behind. They were scared to fight. Now they gotta fight all the time.
All
Now
right.
the desert Arabs is different. It's different kinds of Arabs. All right, and you can go to the you go not you don't go, but you can go to the earlier scriptures to know about the different types of Arabs. The Arabs that dwell in the grassland, and you got the Arabs that dwell in the desert. You got the Arabs that were mixed, because a lot of time the Israelites, we were very racist, and we would like, well, I'm not, like in the book of Nehemiah, we would send our mixed kids into the desert when we got back with our covenant. When we used to mess with foreign women and women that were out of worship idols. We would cutthroat like that. We would send them and go to the book of Nehemiah, Ezra. We would send them off into the desert. And they would create like a new race. Like you got Puerto Ricans, that's a new race. The Spanish came in and they created the Dominicans. They mixed up with the locals and created a whole nother race. The Mexicans is actually a new race. That's Spanish mixed with the indigenous people. It will create a whole nother race. And you know, so the desert Arabs are the ones that dwell in the desert. And some of them the Most High told them to pray, told Muhammad, peace be upon him, to pray for them. Pray for their repentance, pray for their forgiveness. And they get a lot of forgiveness from the zakat, from giving zakat. They get purification from zakat. So if you are a desert Arab, be a giving person. And according to the Quran, be a very giving person. And Allah will forgive you. A very giving person. All right, so Kaaba. The Kaaba in the Hebrew is Rabbah. Is Rabbah in the Hebrew. To us, to the children of Israel, we had a Kaaba called Rabbah, which was the altar, the square altar where we used to sacrifice animals. Abraham, he would build an altar, a square altar. He would sacrifice animals and he would walk around it 7 times. That's in the book of Jubilee. That is called a Rabbah. That is what the Quran is talking about, where you take animals to be sacrificed. Okay.
Okay. So just to reiterate, or so the Rabbah, which Rabbah in Hebrew,
Square. It means
when
square. It means, yeah. That's what it means. Same thing that Kaaba means. Go ahead.
we would have a square, and it was a square, and on that square, that's when the sacrificial animals were brought and were sacrificed, and
The burnt offerings. We'll do the burnt
burnt
offering
offerings the burnt offerings took place. And we know in the book of Jubilee, it's the book of Jubilee,
in the Book of Jubilee. Yep.
that Abraham would do the seven, he would perform the seven what you call it, rotations or walks around that square Rabbah.
Yes. And
Okay.
this is equivalent. That's its equivalent into the earlier scriptures. You can go to chapter real quick before we go there. Chapter 5, verse 97. What is it designated?
Okay, chapter 5, we're there.
No. Hold on. That's a good one, but I want to see another one. Yeah, go to that one right now. Detect the animals that themselves. Yeah, you go to 597. It's another one too. But you go to 597 real quick.
Okay. God has appointed the Kaaba, the sacred house, a sanctuary for the people in this sacred month, and the offerings and the garland, that you may know that God knows everything in the heavens and the earth, and that God is cognizant, excuse me, of all things.
Right. So the offerings, that's what is the offerings? The offerings is the burnt offerings.
The burnt offerings. Mm-hmm.
Yep. And it's a comma, Kaaba, comma, involuntary temple, comma, is listing out things. Sacrificial animals, that's in the earlier scriptures. It's certain animals that are sacrificial animals, like the cow, the sheep, the goat, the pigeon. Am I missing one? Pigeon.
Uh, no, I think you got it.
The camel is not one. That's why Allah destroyed them when they were trying to kill it. It's not one.
Mm.
A horse is not a sacrificial animal. You're supposed to ride it. You're not supposed to set it up to be killed every during the 4 holy months.
Right.
But they try to kill the camel like they do today, but it's not a sacrificial animal. It's just like the horse. It's like the horse. But the cow is the bull. Yeah, the bull is a
I,
sacrificial animal.
I do have a follow-up question on verse 97.
Yes.
That some folks may ask. They may say, well, okay, I get what you're saying with that God has appointed the Kaaba. Let's say it is Rabbah off square. But then it says the sacred house, a sanctuary for the people, and the sacred month, and the offerings and the garlanded. So they then the follow-up question will be, well, what is the sacred house? If the Kaaba, the we know the Kaaba or the Rabbah is the square platform that we're going to put this sacrificial animals on. So what is the sacred house? Because you can see here it's actually kind of, it has commas in between.
Yep, it's different things. It's different things.
So what is the sacred house?
All right, so we had, hold on one second. Okay. All right, so we had sacred house in Jerusalem. We had a Shiloh. We had a sacred house in Shiloh. You can look up Shiloh. Shiloh was like one of the original. Mecca, Abel Beth Mecca was the first appointed place. Abel Beth Mecca for mankind, like way back in the day, way before Noah, Adam and Eve.
Gotcha.
Abel Beth Makkah. You got and going through Abel Beth Makkah, you have the Valley of Becca, which is in Lebanon.
So if I'm envisioning the scene, right?
Shiloh, yep.
Because we mentioned several actually sacred houses where they went to, depending on where they were.
Yep.
You know,
David, it was Shiloh, and then David changed it to Jerusalem.
So if I'm a person going, a believer going, I would go to the sacred house, and that sacred house is going to be a sanctuary for me. It's going to be a place, kind of a refuge for me.
Yep.
And while I'm there, I'm going to go during the sacred month, and I'm going to offer my offerings, and these offerings are going to be placed on the Kaaba, or the on the square on this square
And I'll show you. I'll show you.
platform where
Yep.
the burnt offerings are taking place.
Yep. You give it to the
Um,
Levites.
and the garlanded,
I
we
think
see
that's
that.
is it that the little thing that you put around the
That's what.
cow, the little necklace you put around the cow, something like that.
Right, and remember, prophet. You remember Abraham, peace be upon him. You remember in Jubilee, it tells us during the sacred months he wears the garland. He was wearing the garland, or
Yeah, like the Romans used to wear the little thing around their head, the little garlands.
during the
The
sacred
Romans,
month.
yeah, the Romans took that. What little
Okay,
thing, the little flower thing around your head, like a garland.
right, right,
Yep.
right, right.
Or like also it's a wreath. Like Christmas time, you put a wreath at your door. That's us. Putting a wreath
Right.
at your door is Islamic. It really Islamic. It ain't Christian. It's the garlands. That's what it is. The garlands during the
Mm,
sacred months. Go to chapter 5, verse 95. Let's go
all
deep.
right. Chapter 5, verse 95. A second.
And this is this is
Oh,
this is this is
no.
disclosed. All Muslims are not supposed to know this. This is, you know, but go ahead.
All right.
Now,
You ready to go?
sanctuary. Let me say one thing before you say that. Sanctuary. In Israel, we built sanctuary cities. So if you get in trouble, you ran to where?
You ran to the sanctuary city,
To be
which
safe.
is
If I kill
outside
somebody,
of.
right? If I accidentally kill somebody and they coming to kill me, I can run to the sanctuary cities, and they will not kill me until I go on trial. So we had many sanctuary cities. One of our sanctuary cities was called Abel Beth Makkah, where people will run, people will go to get wisdom. If they killed somebody, they will run to the sanctuary cities. So they won't just get killed right on the spot. A stone. If they come to stone you, you can run to the sanctuary city. So you can get a fair trial. Abel Beth Makkah. It's a place of safety for mankind. And Israel we would order in the Torah to build sanctuary cities where people can run. So they won't just get done wrong. Like Moses ran. He didn't run to a sanctuary city, but he ran away. If he was living in Israel, he would run to a sanctuary city. Just like also, don't they say like the immigrants in America got sanctuary cities? Like Chicago is a sanctuary city. Hello?
I didn't know that.
No, they say
I didn't-
California. They say certain places where people like
Oh,
immigrants can run to.
they can go and they be okay.
Yeah, they won't be like locked up. It's like a safe haven.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Chapter 5, verse 95.
All right. Chapter 5, verse 95. It says, permitted for you. I'm sorry. Oh, you who believe, do not kill game while you are in pilgrim sanctity. Whoever of you kills any intentionally, its penalty shall be a domestic animal comparable to what he killed, as determined by the two honest persons among you, an offering delivered to the Kaaba, or he may
Offering delivered where?
to the Kaaba.
So animals, it should be a bunch of animals at the Kaaba. Why are we delivering animals to the Kaaba? To do what to them?
for
To
for
where?
for offerings.
To the sacrifice, just like
Right.
Abraham. That's Abraham's religion. Abraham did burnt offerings. Solomon did burnt offerings. David did burnt offerings. Everybody in the Quran, not one person in the Quran did not do burnt offerings. Name one person in the Quran that didn't do burnt offerings. Job did.
Can't name one.
Can't name one. Can't say Mary. Mary was a Levite, so everybody in the Quran did burnt offerings. Not one person didn't. So and we know that's the religion of Abraham. Abraham did burnt offerings. And the Kaaba is Rabbah. And we could go and look up Rabbah in the Hebrew. Now we got to figure out what is this Kaaba that they got today? What is this mess? Okay, let's find out what it is. Are you ready? Stay with me.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Chapter 9. Let's find out what's going on. What did the so-called, I'm not even gonna call them Sahabas, the real Sahabas. Yeah, I'll tell you who the real Sahabas were.
They probably was those were probably killed.
Yeah, they probably were killed. Real Sahabas probably were killed, murdered. Always, not always, not always. I'm not gonna say always, because I don't want us to get killed this time. Chapter 9.
All right.
But it's all. But if Allah wills that, then alhamdulillah.
All
9,
right.
chapter 107.
All right. Chapter 9, verse 107.
Pay attention. This is the part that y'all want to see, the Kaaba part. Here we go. This is the Kaaba. Chapter 9, verse 107.
Okay. It says, then there are those who establish a mosque to cause harm
Mm.
and disbelief
Okay.
and disunity
Uh-huh.
among the believers, and as an outpost for those who fight God and his messenger.
Ah.
They will swear our intentions are nothing but good,
These are
but
believers. Wow.
but God bears witness that they are liars.
Yeah, he said the hypocrites were liars in the chapter called the hypocrites too. So these people are believers, and
Mm,
they creating a masjid
mm.
as an outpost to fight against
And then it says
Allah
in,
and His messenger. Keep going. Go ahead.
verse 108, it says, do not stand in it ever.
Ooh, go ahead.
A mosque founded upon piety from the first day is worthier of your standing in it. In it are men who love to be purified. In it are men who love to be purified.
Uh-huh.
God loves those who purify themselves.
Keep going.
It is he who founds his structure upon piety and acceptance from God better, or he who founds his structure on the brink of a cliff that is about to tumble.
That's right.
So it tumbles with him into the fire of hell. God does not guide the unjust people.
Keep going.
The structure which they built will remain questionable in their hearts until their hearts are stopped. God is knowing and wise.
Ooh, the structure with they built. That mean this structure is going to last. It's going to exist. The
It's
structure which they built will remain questionable in their hearts.
questionable in their hearts until their hearts are stopped.
Every Muslim on the planet, when they see that black stone, they say, dang. They think in their hearts, they're like, that's fucked up. They know that's messed up. They know that don't make no sense and nobody kissing no stone. They know in their hearts, they know it's messed up. And they overlook it. They know it. They had that little
Right,
tinkle in their heart that it's messed up.
right,
So, so it's a structure, right?
right,
It's a structure that's built. And it is not even a masjid. There ain't nobody
right,
going in there praying. It's an outpost. It's a
right. It's
military outpost.
military outpost. It says, then there are those who establish a mosque to cause harm and disbelief and disunity among the believers, and as an outpost for those who fight God and his messenger.
Right. So let's see. How does an outpost look? How does an outpost look? It's not even a masjid. Nobody ain't even praying in it. They're praying towards it. How does an
Right.
outpost look? Can we look at some pictures of an outpost?
Yeah.
Back in Arabia time. Let's look and see how an outpost look. It don't even look like a masjid. It's a
Yes.
military outpost.
Oh, here we go. Now,
Uh-huh.
I will. Yes. These are Legos.
No, you got we're gonna do the Legos and we're gonna do the real ones.
Okay. You
Do
want me to
both, do both.
Okay. Here are examples of military outposts.
A military outpost. Look at that one down there. Look at that one down there. Yeah, you can't even see me pointing. Go down, go to the right, go to the right some more. Right, go to the left, left, right there. Click on that. Look at that. Military outpost. That's an old military outpost right there. That's an old military outpost.
Right.
Uh-oh. It ain't no masjid, it's a military outpost.
Or then if I look over at this thing here, they all kind of have that similar kind of structure or shape.
Yeah, masjid don't look like that. I thought you're supposed to go inside the masjid.
Yeah.
Go to the Legos. We'll come back to this. Go to the Legos. The Lego got it right. Go down. Hold on. You ain't got the
This
one that you don't have the one, the actual one that I go down, go down. You have the one. I need to show mine. Go down. Because I
Okay.
got
Give me
one that
one
looks
sec.
exactly like it.
Okay. Hold up. Uh-oh. How'd I do?
Military instructions.
Oh, that's just how to make it.
You want me to show you mine? Want me to show mine?
Yes, you can.
Let me show mine.
Okay.
I'm gonna show mine. Let me get rid of
Oh,
mine.
here's mine. Here it is. What you talking about? This one right here?
You click on that one.
Uh-huh.
There you go. They go a
And
military outpost.
and guess what? Guess how
Arabian Night.
I
Read it. Read it. Read it. Read it.
mean,
Read it.
it's
What it
not
say?
funny. It's kind of sad. Oh my goodness! It
Read it.
says Lego Arabian Nights Desert Warrior Military Outpost.
That's
This is
how
what
they.
the little Lego people
Yeah.
came up with.
Look at that one. Look at that one.
Let
Look.
me click on it.
They got that one right. Look at that. That's an outpost. That's not a masjid. It's a military outpost. When they got their ass whooped and they ran out there to the desert, fighting against Allah and His messenger, they will hide and go into that little outpost. And what is an outpost?
It's a
They
place
will
that you
fight
kind of
every time they got their ass whooped. They ran out there so they'll be safe, and not because
and
we was
you put
because
your
the believers were slaughtering their ass. Wherever you find them, the disbelievers, that was desert Arabs that was fighting. They got their ass slaughtered, and they will run out there to that little fake Kaaba.
and you put your military, your whatever your arsons and things of that, put that inside of it.
Look at that. That's the Kaaba
Whatever you
right there.
need, your weapons.
Allah knows. Look at that. Don't Allah know? he checked they butt in the Quran.
Right, because it's crazy because that they right in the same chapter,
Go ahead.
it's
Talk about the
101.
desert Arabs.
In
Read it.
101 it says among the desert Arabs around you there are some hypocrites,
Mm,
and among the inhabitants of Medina too.
the
They have
city.
become the city. They have become adamant in hypocrisy. You do not know them, but we know them. We will punish them twice. Then they will be returned to a severe torment.
Right. So they giving out test fears when they don't supposed to be giving out no test fears about the interpretation. And they upholding this military outpost. And we got stories of what they say Khadijah didn't Aisha attack the believers and stuff. Maybe that was
Right.
that was one of their outposts.
Oof.
Then they rise up against Muhammad's family in
Right.
war.
Right. I mean, it's crazy. Like how it's crazy that the most of the Muslim world are behind people that killed the Prophet's family. Peace be upon him.
And most of mankind is behind the people that tried to crucify Isa, the Romans.
Right.
Roman
Yeah,
Catholic
that
Church,
too.
the Roman Catholic
Yep.
Church. They're the ones that
Yep.
tried to kill him.
Yep. That is so true. That
That's
is so
crazy.
true. That's sad. That's just sad. Mm. And then yeah, that's sad. Because really, if it really was a place of sanctuary, it should look, if it was a place of sanctuary and if it was a masjid, and then it would look like some of the masjids in that region. Like if we look
Yeah,
at
you can't even
other
go in it. You can't go in it.
masjids in, I'm gonna say I'm just gonna Google masjids in Arabia, Saudi Arabia. Let's see.
Also,
All right,
we want to look at
here's
the
one
Kaaba.
right here. Look at this one here. Oh, let me click on it and now I'll share my screen. Like this one right here. It would have all the minarets and this and that.
Hold on, I can't see it.
Oh, okay. Let me share my screen.
And then after that, we got to find out what does outpost mean. The Most High knew they were gonna do it before they even did it, man. Oh wow.
There's a masjid right there.
Well, you gotta share.
Let me see if I can. Oh,
You ready? Yeah, that's a masjid right there.
yes.
You could go in and pray.
You can go in it. You can pray. You can rest.
Now let's go to the military outpost.
No.
I mean, no. Let's go to the Kaaba. How does let's compare the military outpost and the Kaaba.
Okay. Give me 1 second. Let me start sharing my screen. We're gonna do a compare and contrast.
You need to get an old one. Get an old Kaaba.
Okay, I'm gonna do I'll do from 1920s.
Now you just put old
1920s. Oh, you want to just type old Kaaba?
Yeah, old Kaaba.
Right,
Old Kaaba.
old Kaaba.
And it was built. The foundation of when that thing was built, it was built as an outpost to go against the believers. And that play, you know, it was like flooded out at one point,
Right.
and they had to rebuild it. And they're afraid that, like, you know, somebody tried to take it over, and if the United States wasn't over there, it would be a total coup. If the disbelievers wasn't over there protecting it.
All right. I have it up. All right. So this is just Google. This is different pictures. Oh, here's one that's pretty old.
Hold on 1 second.
Okay. Give me 1 sec.
Look at
Okay.
that.
Kaaba then.
Military outposts.
Kaaba then. Kaaba now. But look at Kaaba then.
And it was destroyed one time.
If that don't look if that don't look you that looks like a military outpost. That does not look like no place that people can go in and worship. It don't have no windows. Where's the windows? Don't have nothing.
Go to another old one.
Okay, let me click out.
You got example.
Let's go.
Let me see. Let me find one. Go down. Go up.
I'm gonna go down. Okay, I'm gonna go over here. Oh shoot! I didn't mean to do that. Oh, every time I click, oh, that's an old one with the black fabric.
Yeah, they put that over it. Before it didn't have that. They put that over it.
That's why I was showing that old picture before they were putting the fabric on there. I guess so people can be like, man, won't be like, man, why does it look like this cube looking thing? This whatever this is. Let's see.
So that's why did Allah allow it? He allowed it. It's to me, it's like the tree, man. It's like Adam and Eve and the tree. They know that, you know, they know that black.
In 1910.
Yep.
This is it in 1910.
And they got big old doors.
Yeah.
So you can't bust through.
Right. That's crazy. You can't make this stuff up. Seriously. That is crazy. And the Quran is saying it right here.
Yeah.
It's saying it right here. That it says right here, like what we just read. It says, then there are those who establish a mosque to cause harm and disbelief and disunity among the believers, and as an outpost for those who fight God and his messenger. They will swear our intentions, but nothing but good.
Right.
That's the same.
Because nobody, listen, even if you're a Christian, you're like, man, I like Islam. And then they see them kissing a stone, that's gonna cause disunity. That's gonna cause people to be like, man, that's fucked up. That's gonna cause people not to want to believe.
And that's when that's what they have on us too. Whenever they wanna debate Muslims and say Islam is stupid, they always bring up that kissing that stone, that black rock kissing the stone thing. They really don't have nothing. They really don't have nothing to go on but that black rock thing. Look at this. Oh wow, look at that.
I don't know what that is. I think that's something that's in.
Oh,
I don't know what that is.
see a Mecca. I don't know what that is. Okay.
Well, look at that one. Wait, you can't even see me point. Oh, can you see my cursor? You can't see my cursor.
No, I can't see your cursor. But which one you want me to click on?
Stop. The one at top, one right there, the top, where it says sound vision. Up, go up.
Sound vision.
Up more, up. To the left. Right there.
Here. Okay. Yep. Oh wow, that's when it would have.
It's a military outpost.
Yeah, cement blocks.
You get on top with your gun. You can look and see what's going on. Right. It don't look like no Masjid to me.
Nope. I'm gonna stop sharing my screen. Give me one moment.
Okay. I'm gonna look up the definition of outpost real quick while she's doing that. Outpost. And I'll read it. Oh, it's right there. A small military camp or position at some distance from the main force, used especially as a guard against surprise attacks. A remote part of a country or empire. to a military, a security detachment dispatched by a main body of troops. Basically, a outpost is like a place of military, like either in a distance from the main force, in a remote outpost. I got some good ones. I got some good pictures. Let me share my screen. I got some good pictures. Let's see. I'll show y'all some good pictures. Let's see, where am I at? I'm gonna take this. I'm gonna move it over here. Let me show you some good pictures. Look at that. When you take all that fabric off of it, you can see. You can go on top of the roof with your little pistol or with your sword or whatever. It's a military outpost. And a lot of people today disbelieve because of it. Because of that black stone. And if you are a true believer and you truly think you will have problems, like, man, why in the world are they kissing that? That ain't that's we taught not to worship idols. we taught not to worship idols. And we come on, what, like, do we have to have that stone there? Like we just have to have it? And it's not even in the Quran. Will it hurt to just like take the stone and like move it away? Like, that's craziness. So in the Quran, it says that the majority of mankind is going to hell. That's the Kaaba is that tree. It's a test. It's the test for true believers. It's a test. It tugs at your heart. It does. Because we know when the Hebrew brothers say, hey, man, y'all kissing a rock, we know they're right. They're correct. They're right. It's silliness. And in the Quran, it wasn't disbelievers that did it. It was like hypocrites that made it. And they thought they doing good. Like, look at all these billions of people. We're bringing people together. This is just like Paul. If I lie and bring people together, we bringing people to Allah. Nope. They was ordered to establish zakat wherever you at. Establish prayer, give zakat, believe in the one God, recite the Quran. That's what you're supposed to be doing. You're supposed to be right. The Muslims supposed to be known for doing charity, helping orphans. We're supposed to be all around the world, holding hands, giving, praying, and all that. And when we establish a masjid, it ain't supposed to have no stones and stuff around it. It's supposed to be established in piety. We're supposed to pray. Yes, that is true. It wasn't endorsed by the prophet or his family. And Abraham built it. I don't think it says he built Kaaba. It says he built a masjid. I don't think it says Abraham built the Kaaba, but he did build a Rabbah. He did. He built many of those.
Everywhere he went.
Everywhere he went, he built it to give that sacrifice. All right. Let's see. 242. Brother Malmadh, let me answer this question real quick. This is gonna be easy. All right, Brother Malmadh, can you please tell me if Jesus will return or not, and why don't the four gospels align with Quran crucifixion? Yeah, four gospels. The four gospels is very simple. The four gospels are like hadiths, you know. They say, I'm not saying it's true. They say it was written by, Matthew, Mark, Luke. That was his disciples. They were not prophets or nothing like that. They wrote what they thought, and that's it. It's not like religious. They're not prophets. It's not religious. It's like you could take it as history. The Injil is the book of Revelations. The Injil is the book of Revelations. Yeah, Isa will return. Isa returning for the children of Israel. Isa will return for the children of Israel. He was assigned as a messenger for the children of Israel, the scattered children of Israel. And it says in the Injil that when he returned, he is the root and the offspring of David. He's coming through the bloodline of Dawood. And Judah is scattered.
That's right.
The interpretation of the Quran is a job out of debate. I'm the seat of knowledge, and Ali is his gates. The interpretation of the Quran is with Allah. Well, the interpretation of the part that we don't understand is with Allah. And who of Allah teach it to? And we have record of him saying that he will teach it, or he will teach it to Isa. Isa knows this interpretation because Allah will teach it to him. That's why Isa is a word. Isa is a word from Allah. He is a word from Allah. He's gonna be taught by the Ruach. Because when messengers come teaching you what you did not know and explaining the scriptures. Now I don't know. Do we have any record that Ali is a messenger, or Ali is supposed to get this interpretation, or do we have any records of this? Even Muhammad's family, peace be upon him, do we have any records that they're supposed to get this interpretation? Did Allah say he was gonna teach them? Not the entire Quran now. Because we just read majority of it, foundation of it, we good. It has its own explanation. We're good. We can read it. You know how to pray. It's easy, simple. But the part that's not, the part that you don't like, the new moons, when are the new moons? And the only way you're going to understand the new moons and the 4 holy months is you're going to have knowledge of all the scriptures. And we read, Sister Nora, that Isa will have knowledge of what?
The book.
All of it.
All of it.
And you're not gonna get the calendar until you know all of it.
That's right.
And they got you in these sects. You're Sunni over here, Muslim over here, Christian over here. You got the Christians calling the Torah the Old Testament, and then you got the Muslims calling the previous scriptures Old Testament. You're doing the same thing the Christians did. All right, we'll listen to that. That's the Old Testament. The Quran is the New Testament. Y'all doing the same thing the Christians did. Calling the previous scriptures Old Testament. Old Testament.
Right.
So the real tasfir, the real believers, because they murdered all the believers. The devil came down and tried to eradicate all the believers on planet Earth. But what did they say, that bud?
That's right.
That bug will come back. The believers don't die, we multiply. The real ones. Yes, obey those in authority. Yes. If you're in a classroom, the teacher, what you gonna do? Throw paper at the teacher?
That's right.
Yeah, yeah. If you a child, you're supposed to obey your parent, the one that's in authority, your parents. Now, if we read the Quran and we read the previous scriptures, like the Shiites believe that Isa and Mahdi are the same. They're the same, you know.
I think this brother here in the comments, I think he might be Shia.
Yeah.
He's saying that Isa comes back with the Mahdi.
I mean, what was he like? Is he gonna be? He gonna be and they believe that Isa is coming back to the Middle East. Medina means city, yes. Well, why would Isa coming back to the Middle East? But the children of Israel is scattered. They're not in the Middle East.
They're fat scattered to the four corners.
The children of
And
Israel is they were slaves, and you know,
and it's not those people over there
yeah.
killing Muslims.
Yeah, that's that he gonna come like a thief in the night. Elijah comes first. Uh-oh. See, it's the Most High is planning. The Most High know he's all that racism and stuff. That's gonna send him straight to hell, because the Most High, his sunnah, he always raised them up amongst the have-nots. Moses was raised up amongst the have-nots. He don't like bullies, and they over there thinking that they got it. Man, he gonna raise up Isa amongst the Negro. And they ain't gonna believe. I don't believe this. This can't happen. A Negro,
a slave.
Yeah, they're talking about slaves. They don't speak Arabic. They don't do this. They don't even speak Arabic. They don't do the man.
You don't even know
It's gonna
Arabic.
be beautiful.
Right.
The Most High is the best of planners. You don't play chess with the Most High. He just touches down in the Middle East. He go touch down in the Middle East, and racism is the first sin of Islam. Automatic hellfire. Automatic hellfire. Racism is automatic hellfire. I don't think it's automatic hellfire. I thought like shirk is automatic hellfire.
According to the scriptures.
Yeah. Yeah. Shirk is automatic hellfire. But Isa comes, yes, as the Son of Man. He's assigned as a messenger for the children of Israel. Now,
you might be Israel don't want to be in no desert.
Right. You might be talking about
Israel like nice weather.
Right. You might be talking about the day of judgment. You might be talking about the day of judgment of when Isa, I mean, he come back like with the rest of the angels and stuff. But no. Well, I mean, what I'm trying to say, Noah, is this Isa thing, it's a thief in the night. Right. Everybody, it ain't for everybody. The Quran ain't for everybody. It says the Quran was written for who? Well, it's not going to be understood by everybody. It's written for the believers.
Right.
To get it.
That's right.
Yep.
But that's not
racism.
Okay. Yeah.
Racism.
That's a different species. Shaitan is the Shaitan, and Adam was Adam. That's a different species. That's not a race.
Right. So how does the Most High say he created us like different, right? Different. So we different tribes and stuff. So we will what?
Know each other or know each other.
Right. Let me correct that. They believe know each other, have knowledge of each other. So
right.
There's tribes in Africa that are cannibals. Thank God the Most High made them different, and they got a different language and they look different. So I know who they are. So I won't mix with them.
Right.
He made us different. There are tribes that are the cannibals. There are tribes that are good. They got a whole family line, and like, man, you need to marry in that tribe because they're pretty good. There's tribes that are wicked. So we would know the good tribes from the bad tribes. So we would know who to marry into and who not to marry into. Abraham, the children of Israel, we were believing tribes. Like, we he made us so we would know each other. So we would know who good and who bad. Excuse my language. I'm not being racist, but I'm saying if our slave master was the same color as us, They could blend in. We wouldn't even know.
Right.
We wouldn't even know who they are. So he made us different colors so we would know who the enemy is. We would know who the friend is. Because America is called what? Babylon. Why is America Babylon? Why is Europe Babylon? Because it's confusion. We don't have no
Confusion.
tribes. You could get online and go marry a girl you don't even know, and she could be crazy. You could marry a man you don't even know, and you don't know their family, you don't even know their tribe. They could be crazy as hell. They can have a mental illness all throughout their family. We need tribes so we would know. America don't have tribes, so we don't know. We don't know. You just met it's a toss-up. Maybe the Joker might be good, maybe he might be bad.
Right.
But tribes have thousands of years of history. You know if they got curses, you know all about them. Because
And I
Allah,
don't know if
go ahead.
the Most High was necessarily um against racism per se, because even we read in the Torah that the children of Israel aren't supposed to mix with the Canaanites.
Yeah, right.
Or if it was all a come by here, kumbaya,
It's not
everybody's great, then that wouldn't have been written, I don't think.
right. Racism is, he said, if racism is a tool to separate people. Allah said he put decision in the hearts of the woman seed and the devil seed. Decision is racism. So if racism didn't exist, if we came over here and then white folks didn't hate us, we would all mix up and we wouldn't even be Israel anymore. So the Most High made them hate us by racism. When you go in the Masjid and they don't want to put their feet next to you and they treat you bad, they telling your ass to get your own stuff. They're pushing you away so you could come together with your own race.
That's right.
Racism is used. The Most High White put racism in their heart to push you away so you put, like, if I'm a foreigner and you're an Israelite and you come into my masjid, I'm like, dude, you supposed to be over me. What the hell are you doing here, Israelite? You got a covenant. What are you doing here? Why you kissing my butt? You kin to Abraham. They
That
looking
was
at you like you crazy. You the mighty one. Why are you here trying to marry my daughter when your women are queens? Like what? Huh?
that was a question, that was brought up in the Quran when the children of Israel was going to the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, with questions.
Yes.
And then the response was, why are they going to you for questions when they have the Torah?
They have, it says they have the judgment when they have the
They have,
Torah and the judgment of Allah is in it. Like y'all coming over here when y'all got they got all the holy months and y'all got everything. What are you over here sniffing my butt for? Y'all got more prophets than anybody. Well, what I'm saying is, children of Israel, you have a covenant with the Most High. Do you understand what that means? You are blood kin to Abraham. Why are you begging people to like you? And let me tell you something else. The reason why the white man is running around, running amok, the reason why the pale Arab is killing and running around is because of you. Because you was supposed to rule and you was supposed to deal with them. That's why they running around acting the fool. Because we didn't do what we supposed to do, and we supposed to tame everybody. We supposed to be running things. I would be mad too if I'm Chinese and I got to deal with this crazy joker trying to kill me. And you was the leader, you was the Khalifa on the planet, black man. Because David got a covenant to be Khalifa on the planet. Adam had the Khalifa, and David had the Khalifa. Solomon had the Khalifa, and now Isa got the Khalifa. That's who has the real Khalifa. Muhammad never had it. He never had the Khalifa, like a covenant from Allah. Allah told David, you run the planet. And it was a covenant. You're over the planet, just like Adam. And now Isa has the Khalifa over the planet Earth through David. So what is all this Ali stuff? Y'all, none of y'all got the Khalifa. We got the Khalifa. Y'all ain't got no Khalifa. Isa has the Khalifa. When did Allah give Ali the Khalifa? Y'all just running things by default. The white man ain't got no Khalifa. It's just by default. We're not where we supposed to be, so y'all can fight it out. But by law, by the law of Allah, David, Solomon, Yahuda has the Khalifa forever. If we get it together. That one, the black man is the real, I'm sorry, is the real rulers of the planet. By law, in the heavenly law. By the heavenly tablets. If you go up there to heaven and look at the tablets, it says David actually has it, Solomon, and David's seed. That's why Isa's going to come back and be a part of David's seed. He has the true Khalifa. Y'all know about it. None of y'all have. Muhammad never said he had any Khalifa. He never said it. When in the Quran, he said he ruled the planet. Muhammad never said he had any Khalifa. That's something y'all made up. I know, you got to go, right?
Right. Well, yes, I go at 3:30.
Oh, 3:30. Yeah. Where is the proof? Anti-American? Oh, dang, you anti-American. Where's the proof? What the Quran say? You say you got a covenant with Allah? Prove that you got this covenant, you got this agreement with Allah. Now, it did say the meek shall inherit the earth. Okay. Where is, do you have a proof of this covenant?
And we're not talking about hadiths. We're talking about revealed scriptures. In the revealed scriptures, where does it say that's the case?
Yep. It says he made Adam a vice. What did it say? A vice something on earth. That's a caliph. That's a ruler. Yep. So now we're talking about vicegerent. Yep, vicegerent. We're talking about Ali Khalifa. We're talking about people that are dead. Like what in the future? Who has the Khalifa in the future? Who can
right?
activate?
It couldn't be one person, because that Khalifa would die with that person. It would have to be a bloodline.
Yep. That's why they spend money keeping us ignorant. They spend millions and billions of dollars keeping black people ignorant because we got a Khalifa. If we come back to the Most High, we can make this whole world just go into chaos. If we get back to the covenant, we can make the everybody fight each other. They'll be bombing each other just to put us back on top. They'll go back into the dark ages. That's why they spend money to keep us dumb. And we look crazy now, running around kissing up to all these other races when we are like, we have a covenant in heaven.
Right.
And if we activate it, then the angels will come down and destroy everybody. Easy.
Yep. And yep. And they attacked the Judah. They attacked Judah in the 80s. Really 60s, 70s, 80s. They attacked the males strong, and now they're going after the women.
That's right.
But all
they spend a lot of money. Yes, they spend money. You're right. The devil know, man. The devil know, man. They got a covenant. I got to keep them blind. Right. You just a slave. Yeah. You a slave. Oh, I'm a slave. Okay. Now you more than a slave.
That's what's so crazy about it. The proof is in the fruits. Like, that's what's so crazy about it. If you look at who the shaitan is going after, you know what I mean?
Yep. They're running us down.
Why, he ain't gonna go. Why would he go after people who don't have the covenant? If these scattered folks don't have the covenant, then they should just be left to their little selves. Bless their little hearts. Bless their little hearts. It
Yep.
should be left to them themselves. Like, I'm not trying to be mean, but with the people in like different people, like in say in the Amazon rainforest and the deep Aborigine and all these different types of people. You think anybody coming after these people?
Nope.
You think they're spending millions of dollars on these people?
Nope.
No, but we
They
see who they're spending millions of dollars on every year.
yep. They have an agenda. We gotta keep these jokers dumb to the who they what they say, what the women say, the know they worth.
Mm.
Know they worth. Let them keep thinking that they ain't nothing. They don't even know their worth.
Mm-hmm.
They don't even know their worth.
And let me tell you, that's why even if you look at the whole Sunniism, I guess if that's a word, they donate monies to the black masjids.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Right.
Some of them, anyways, not all of them, but some of them who follow
Right.
their doctrine,
Right.
who follow their doctrine.
Yep. Follow their doctrine. Exactly. But it's interesting. It's interesting. Also chapter 9, like I know, I don't know. Should I say this?
You said chapter 9.
No. I'm just
I'm
saying.
still in
I'm
chapter 9.
wondering. I'm wondering. Should I say this? Basically, I'll just tell you. So basically, like the young folks, they got like this new type of numbering that they use. Like cell phones when they like text, and they like each like Arabic letter is like a number. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And it's like this new type of kind of language that they use. I mean, I don't even know if this is relevant. So the Arabic is like written in the Arabic character. I think
Mm-hmm.
it's called Arabize. Arabize. Like
Mm-hmm.
language, this Arabize language. And it's weird how like nine is sod. According to this like new little text language, nine is sod. Right? Not Arabic, not the Arabic letters, but the nine is sod.
Mm-hmm.
And it's kind of weird that like sod, chapter 9, sod has the same like meaning as like the Saudi people, Saudi.
Hmm.
Saud, Saud means good fortune, like lucky, good fortune. And they yes, the Saudi family had good luck. They got all that oil,
Right.
and Saud means fortune, good luck. And then they use the number 9 in their new little text language. And then we got chapter 9 where it talks about the people over there, what they were doing.
Mm.
You know, I just that's just some side stuff. This side stuff.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
And these are just regular like American kids doing this?
No. This is like all over the world. This is the language of like no everybody. Like
Oh, okay, everybody's using Arabic.
no, not everybody, but everybody that speak the Arabic. That's how they text. You want me to?
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, you're saying that the ones who speak Arabic, instead of them writing it out in Arabic, they're using the numbers. They're using
Well,
numbers to
that's how they.
represent the language.
It's a new texting. Like when you text, it's a new texting language.
Gotcha.
Let me see. Let's see. Yeah. Let me see. Yeah. It's interesting.
Deep, deep.
This is interesting.
Oof.
Let me see.
Mm,
And there is a chapter called Saud,
mm,
and that's going to be interesting because that word is like means the same thing as Saud,
mm.
happiness or good fortune.
Deep.
And I bet you the Most High, and I bet you the Most High let them have it. But that's in the future.
Amazing. Amazing.
Yeah. So all right, what he was saying, the Khalifa of the world, the Mahdi. So everything is happening. Everything they say happening in the Middle East, huh? That's what he's saying. Everything gonna pop off in the Middle East. In the Middle East, they looking for something to come out of the sky and all of this stuff. What gonna come out of the sky in the Middle East is a bunch of bombs. Because most of those people over there is not even supposed to be over there. By the laws of the holy tablets in the heaven.
The Noah covenant, the land covenant.
The land covenant, most of them ain't even supposed to be over there. And nothing ain't coming out of the sky but bombs. And they gonna kill each other up. Period. That's it. That's what's coming out of the sky.
It's terrible. Terrible.
And the Quran says that. I mean, not the Quran, but the Book of Jubilee says it. Let's say, I'm gonna show you the curse. The reason why there will not be any peace in the Middle East is a curse. Let me see the Book of Jubilee. Let me show you. Go to the Book of Jubilee. Can you go to the Book of Jubilee?
1 second. I'll have to pull it up. Book of Jubilee. And then
let's see if I can find it. When it was given the land. I'm gonna show you.
All right.
Give me 1 second. Let's see. There. Offer sacrifice. I don't want it just to be dead time. I'm trying to find. I mean, I didn't come to teach this, but I think it's really something to teach.
Oh, in the Book of Jubilee.
There we go. I think it go to chapter 10. I think. Let me
okay.
See.
Check 10.
Yeah, let me see.
All right.
I think that's it. Jubilee 8. Dang.
And you're looking for the land covenant?
Yeah, I'm looking for that land covenant.
Okay. All right.
No. Chapter. Oh, what is that?
You're in the area.
I know. Is it like chapter between the grandsons boundaries?
No, because that's dealing with the Noah. He had the medicines.
Yeah, I think it might go to chapter 8. You go to chapter 8. Chapter 8, verse 10.
Okay, chapter 8, verse 10.
Somewhere around there. The father divided their portion among the own sons of the Ham, there. This reverse there. Shem, and then from the north.
All right.
What does 8:10 say?
Let's see. You want me to share my screen?
It doesn't matter. You can. Yeah, you can.
Okay.
Hold on. You go ahead and share it. It might be 9:1. 10 Jubilee beginning took place at wife. Now go to 8:10. It might be 9:1.
All right.
I apologize.
All right. 10. This is dealing with Eber.
Go to 9:1.
And Peleg.
Go to 9:1. Ooh. Go to 9:1.
9:1. And Ham. Yes, it.
What did it say?
It's probably going to be before 9 because this is dealing with what the sons are doing after they got the land. So It's going to probably be the end of chapter 8.
What are they doing after they got the land?
And Ham divided among his sons, and the first portion came forth for Cush toward the east, and to the west of him for Mizraim, to the west of him for Put, and to the west of him, and to the west thereof on the Sea of Canaan. And And Shem also divided among his sons, and the first portion came forth for Elam and his sons to the east of the river Tigris till it approached east. The whole land of India and on the Red Sea on its coast, in the waters of Dedan, in the mountains of Mibri and Elah, and all the lands of Susan, and all that is on the side of Farnat to the Red Sea and the river Tina. And for
Dang,
Ashur,
I think it's 1034.
1034. Okay,
Yeah, I think it's 1034.
right.
Hopefully it is. If it's not, then I just
1034.
I think it's 1034.
All right. And it says, and the Lord descended and was descending with him to see the city and the tower which the children of men had built. That's dealing with the Babylon.
Okay, I got it right here. I got it. What? Why it went all the way to? I got it, but I don't. I just read it. I read it.
Okay. I'll stop sharing my screen.
Okay. Trying to find out. Is it? How in the world is it 83? It says. It says 83:3. 83. I just gonna read it. I'm gonna read it. I'm gonna read it. As weird as 80. It says 83. Well, while I read it, just go to 83. Go to 83.
Okay.
While I read it, go to 83. It's very weird. Jubilee 83.
Okay. So for some reason, I only have 50 chapters in my
Yeah, it's very weird. Very weird.
in my version. Hold on, let me see.
Let me see. Genesis 1 through 9. Yeah, this was not really giving me numbers. Don't worry about it. I'll just read it.
Okay.
This is Book of Jubilee. And Ham and his sons went into the land which he was to occupy, which he acquired as his portion in the land of the south. And Canaan saw the land of Lebanon to the river of Egypt, that it was very good, and he went not into the land of his inheritance to the west, to the sea. And he dwelt in the land of Lebanon, eastward of westward, from the border of Jordan and from the border of the sea. And Ham and his father, and Cush and Mizraim, his brothers, said to him, Thou hast settled in a land which is not thine, and which did not fall to us by lot. Do not do so. If thou dost do so, thou and thy sons will fall in the land and be accursed through decision. For by decision you have settled, and by decision will thy children fall, and thou shalt be rooted out forever. Dwell not in the dwelling of Shem, for to Shem and to his sons did it come by their lot. Cursed art thou, and cursed shalt thou be beyond all the sons of Noah, by the curse by which we bound ourselves by an oath in the presence of the holy judge and in the presence of Noah our father. So basically, people say, why did Moses, why did he go in the land and start killing up everybody? Because they wasn't supposed to be there in the first place. It wasn't their land. It ain't no the land of Canaan. Moses was upholding the covenant of Noah. You hear me, Noah?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Their ancestors in the beginning went into the wrong land. So if whoever's in that land and they're not supposed to be there, they're cursed with sedition. They're cursed with sedition. Sedition means they're going to be constantly fighting each other. They're never going to have peace. It's going to be a constant fight.
Constant fighting.
It's a curse.
Wow.
Because their ancestors went into the wrong land. And Moses was trying to root them out, get them out of there. because if they stay, it's gonna be constant fighting. It was a curse put on them, and that's
Mm.
why David was fighting against them. Solomon. Well, David was fighting against them. The children of Israel were constantly fighting against them, trying to get them up out of there because it was a curse because they went into the wrong land when the covenant was made, and they still in the wrong land, and they go fight and they go kill each other forever.
Mm.
That's why I say that where's the peace in the Middle East? The Arabs are gonna not like them, and it's gonna be
Right.
fighting forever.
Mm.
And you see, it's never gonna stop.
Right. That's right.
I'm gonna copy and paste this real quick.
Okay.
And even Ham told Canaan, like, don't do that. We made an agreement. Why? You don't. Like, he saw somebody else's land and thought it was nice and entered into their land.
Mm. There you go. Curse be Canaan.
And they did a DNA test on the bodies, and they find out that the Lebanese people are descendants of them.
Mm.
A lot of the Arabs, a lot of the pale Arabs, not all of them, are descendants of the Canaanites.
Mm.
Didn't they say the Jews too? Was descendants? They had Canaanite blood.
Right.
I gotta find that article. So basically, they dug up the bones of the Canaanites of old and compared them to the people that lived there. And I think the Palestinians, their blood, their DNA matched as well. All
Wow.
of them was over there matched it. Their DNA matched.
Mm.
I don't know if they mixed with Canaanite, but it matched, and they're gonna fight forever.
It's a mess.
They're all gonna fight forever. So black Muslims, go on over there if you want. I mean, you just dying for nothing. Cause they go, you ain't fighting for Islam. So the Most High created laws from the beginning of time, and those laws haven't changed.
That's right.
And if you go into somebody else's land that's not yours, it's gonna be problems unless you're on a covenant, or unless they allow you to stay and you're on a covenant like us. We're on the what covenant we're under? Noah, with America.
You say what covenant we're under? We were talking about the children of Israel. What covenant are we
Yeah.
under now?
Under in America. We're under a covenant in America.
We're under the slave and
Civil rights. Yeah, we're under that.
civil rights covenant with the
Yep.
slave master.
That's why we were marching. We had to get on the covenant for protection. Or we were gonna be destitute. And the last thing that I will show you. Let's see. Go to the Quran.
Okay. I'm there.
Hold on 1 second. Come on. There we go. See if I can find. I think I got it. 3 covenant. No. Quran. I don't like that. Well, I done went into something else. Let's see. Disprove. No part. Whatever. This is the last thing, y'all. then we're done.
So
All right. Themselves. There we go. I got it. You ready? I think it's chapter 3, verse 112. And we'll end it like this. I think it's chapter 3, verse 112.
okay.
I think that's it. Chapter 3, verse
Chapter
112.
all right. Chapter 3, verse 112.
I think that's it.
Okay. Chapter 3, verse 112.
You got to share your screen.
Okay, sharing it now. Okay, it says, they shall be humiliated wherever they are encountered, except through a rope from God and a rope from the people. And they incurred wrath from God and were stricken with misery. That is because they rejected God's revelation and killed the prophets unjustly. That is because they rebelled and committed aggression. Can I go a couple verses up so we can know who the they
Yes.
are? Okay,
You
I'll
go
start at
go to Quran word for word. I mean, not word for word. Go to just Quran with different translations. Go to the Quran
okay.
corpse. Let's go to Quran corpse.
Quran corpus. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Chapter
That's
3,
it. And that is it
112.
right there. 3110. Go to Quran corpus with a different
Okay.
translation.
Okay.
And then we'll be finished. You can start at 3110.
Okay. All right. It says you want to start
No, go to 111. Because it's talking about Isa.
111.
Yeah, it's talking about Isa.
Okay. I'll go to 111. All right.
I think that's it.
It says,
Oh no, you're right. 110 talks about it. Yeah, you're right. All right, go ahead.
okay. It says, you are the best nation produced for mankind. You enjoin what is right and forbid what is wrong and believe in Allah. If only the people of the scripture had believed, it would have been better for them. Among them are believers, but most of them are defiantly disobedient.
All right, talk about the people of the book. Keep going.
All right. 11.
111.
They will not harm you except for annoyance.
You
If
know what
they
that
fight,
means? You know what that means?
they'll just talk. They'll just talk.
All they're gonna do is talk.
Run their mouth.
They go pick it. They're gonna pick it. They're gonna they're gonna march. They're just
Mm-hmm.
gonna be an annoyance. They ain't got no real power. They just go talk and be an annoyance. They ain't got no power.
Say what they're gonna do and say what they're gonna do to you.
Yeah, they're just gonna nag. They ain't coming with no real solutions or power. They're just complaining about why this leader won't give me this and why you won't get up and get it yourself. Keep going.
They will not harm you except for annoyance. And if they fight you, they will show you their backs, and they will not be aided.
Just like the gangs, when the police come around, what they do, they run. They
They
don't bust
run.
shots. They don't sit up there and have a standoff and bust shots. They
No.
run and they fall down and they get locked up and go in and out of prison. They really ain't about that life.
Nope.
They just
They
go ahead.
They have been put under humiliation wherever they are overtaken, except for a covenant from Allah and a rope from the Muslims.
Read. I
That's
want you to go
deep.
down. Read another one. Read another one.
All right.
Pickthall.
All right. Pictal.
No. Go to Yusuf. Go to Yusuf. Go to Yusuf. We already read Pickthall.
Okay. Shame is pitched over them wherever they are found, except for under a covenant from Allah and from men.
See that? From men.
And they draw on themselves wrath from Allah, and pitched over them is destitution. This is because they have rejected the signs of Allah and slew the prophets in defiance of right. This is because they rebelled and transgressed beyond bounds.
Pause it. If the white man today, because this is his country, if he say, "Hey man, bump the civil rights, we're getting rid of all the civil rights, you're on your own. No, you ain't gonna get no Section 8. You're on your own. We're gonna let the white people do whatever they want. They want to kill you, whatever. Many racist people be killing us like they used to do. They used to
Right.
There was no law. We
Yep.
until we had to fight we had to tell them, hey man, we need a covenant
Mm.
to protect us.
Right.
We need a covenant to protect us.
Right.
So that's what Martin Luther King and all them jokers was marching for, to get a covenant of protection under the law.
Mm.
The white people ain't have to worry about it because this is their country.
Mm.
We needed a covenant. We needed to be under the covenant of Allah, or we needed a covenant from mankind or these other tribes, so they won't kill us.
Right.
If they take away the civil rights, they take away all those laws, man, they'd be picking on us and killing us.
Mm.
Raping and all
Shame,
that.
shame is pitched over them wherever they are found, except when under a covenant from Allah and from men.
See that? We doing good. We doing good because we got this civil rights bill. And some of us
Right.
still not doing good. If you go to
Right.
Haiti, they're not doing good.
Because they don't have a covenant with men.
Yep. That's why
They
all the
out there
people,
on their own.
right. That's why they're independent. We cannot
Yep.
be independent until we get the covenant right, or we're gonna be like Haiti, jacked up, getting totally messed up. That's why the people overseas, they be like, I want to go to America. They want to be under the civil rights. They want a covenant.
Mm.
They don't want to be independent. Because Allah will make it where it won't, nothing will grow.
Mm.
Allah make it where you'll starve to death.
Mm. And
But
then
the thing
even
about,
when you
go ahead, one more.
when you try to build a city, like we tried to build cities all over this country, try to build cities and be self-sufficient all over this country. We didn't. They got burnt down,
The Dust Bowl.
destroyed.
The Dust Bowl got us. The boll weevil destroyed it. And then we had to come back to the cities and march. We need civil rights, man. We can't. Martin Luther King, he kind of knew what he was talking about. Like, y'all can't be independent because we ain't right with God.
Mm.
But the white man has a time. The pale Arab man has a time. The Russians, they got a time when they're gonna fall. So if we're not under a covenant, we're gonna be jacked up. Man, there's hurricanes go through the Caribbean, just destroying everything. Oh, I know you gotta go. All right, we're gonna shut it down. All right, I hope everybody enjoyed this. I hope everybody learned. We're gonna shut it down.
Great lesson. Great lesson.
Thank you. All right. Salam alaikum, door. I'm out. Salam alaikum, everyone.
Wa alaikum salam.